This is Ask Al Terry Henry. Ask Al Terry Henry. And you know, my page is all about business, all about helping you build your business and construct your business. But I'm getting so many people calling me and emailing me till it's just getting out of hand. And a lot of people asking me, women, asking me to talk about this Kevin Samuels character. Normally I don't do nothing like this, but I had to talk about it. I had to go look him up first because I didn't know who he was, and then I had to go and look at a few of his videos and talk about it. And I must say that I'm about 50-50. I don't agree with 50% for the women that he say, and I do agree with 50%, but I'm going to speak to you today from a seven-figure man perspective. See, he's always throwing out this high-value men thing. Well, I'm a high-value man, according to his statistics. Now, according to my definition of a high-value man, it has nothing to do with money. I know a lot of guys with a bunch of money that don't even take care of their children. And the Bible says that a man who don't take care of his children is left less than an infidel. He's not even worthy to even be called a Christian. So that's not a high-value man to me. You got a lot of high-value men, what he considers high-value, got a lot of money that beat women, that disrespects them, that curses them out, that low-rates them and talk down to them. It's not a high-value man. In his case, I don't understand, and I'm not down on the brother. I'm glad about the black brother doing his thing, but I don't understand how he can speak for a high-value man when he's not one. In several ways, not just money-wise, but also, he's been divorced several times. He's not with his wife and children. So, you're not a high-value man, but you're speaking for a high-value man, saying that you're representing us. First of all, there's two different types of men when you speak about a high-value man. I deal with a lot of high-value brothers, seven-figure, six-figure brothers, and eight-figure brothers that I personally know. I can pick up the phone and call right now. We do business together, we talk, we go out to eat, we do all kind of things. But the bottom line is that the women that you are describing, for the most part, are not the women that we want. We don't want no small woman. You ask these women, what are their body size and what's their weight size and how tall are they and all that. We don't want, every last one of us wants something different. I mean, I like a thick Amazon woman, me personally. Beautiful lady, smell good, carry herself well, and know how to, and classy. I'll go so far to even looking up in your past YouTube or your past Facebook, and if you twerking and you fighting and doing all kind of things, I don't want you. I'm a high value man. I gotta have somebody who's gonna represent me like I represent me. And you can't be representing me when you're showing you behind everybody. That's me. Some of the high value men that I know, they don't care. They want their woman halfway naked, so when they take them out, they can show them off as a showpiece. So you can't have one brother speaking for all high-value men. We are all built different. We cut from a different cloth. I'm old school, raised up old school, traditional Pentecostal. I'm not Pentecostal no more, but I was raised up that way. So the women that I look at as beautiful and may like, these other brothers wouldn't raise that way. They won't like. Everybody has a different upbringing. Money don't make us all the same. I know brothers who went to college, got PhDs, and as lawyers. I got a partner that's a judge, Judge Carter. I got a partner that's a politician. One of my homeboys is the chief of police now, and he got a lot going on with side businesses and stuff. I mean, I got people that's 6 and 7 figure men that's all different. We all come from different. I come from the streets. That's my background. I mean, everybody who look at my videos know my testimony. I went to prison and all that. I mean, I started off with nothing. 8 kids. My mama had 8 kids, no daddy, in the ghetto, raising us all herself, having nothing. When I was in 2005, I was sleeping behind a van. I went from a van to sleeping in a motel for 3 months. So like, when you speak about high value men, we all are different. I didn't go get a PhD in college and get a degree and all that, and I got my nose up in the clouds. No, I make more money than my lawyer and a lot of my friends that are doctors. But it doesn't make me look down on them in any kind of way. They went to school, they got their PhDs and all that. The bottom line is that We all are different types of guys. I'm gonna help y'all women out because I want to help you. Forget Kevin Samuels and what he's saying. First of all, a high value man, for if you want to know if this is an age old question and it's just lurking you in your mind, a high value man ain't waiting for sex. Let's get that off the table. All that I'm gonna wait till I'm married to give you sex and all that. First of all, a true high value man, let's just keep it 100. I'm trying to help you sisters. A true high value man probably ain't gonna wait for sex to the second date. He gonna want it on the first date because he's used to getting what he want to get. He's used to having it his way. I mean, I'm telling you, I live this life. This is real everyday life. I have it my way. People is always trying to cater to you. I go places, people trying to buy my food. People invite me places, wanting to pay for things for me. I mean, the list goes on and on. Why do you think the rich stay rich and the poor is getting poor? Half the people that's doing this is not high value people. It's poor people that wants to be in your company. They wants to be in your arena. They wants to know what you know. They will pay for you a $300 meal. They will take you on shopping sprees, whatever it takes, just so they can pick your brain and not even realize that by the end of the day, you didn't spend $1,000 on me because you want to pick my brain, because knowledge is power. What I can give you knowledge-wise may change your life forever. So they don't mind investing in themselves. I told people that I charge $5,000. I can build your company. I build your company credit with it. We're going to build your website, the whole 9 yards. But it's going to cost you $5,000. You're going to have to invest in yourself. You're not going to get rich not investing in yourself. When I wanted to build my company and I went and tried to buy leads, I was buying leads to build my company, and they told me $200 per lead. I had to put up $3,000. I went through the leads in probably 2 weeks. I lost $3,000. I had to put up another $3,000 because it costs money to make money. It costs to be the boss. You want to be the boss, but you listening to this YouTube stuff and all this thing thinking it's free handouts. It's not free handouts. So I'm trying to share with you the business and high value men of how we think. High value men ain't waiting for sex till marriage. We're just not gonna do it. So you might as well get in your head. If you don't want to do that and you don't want to be considered in your mind, I'm not a freak, or I'm not a whore, I'm whatever. Fine, you do whatever, but a high value man ain't waiting on you. I'm telling you that right now. Another thing, a high value man, 9 out of 10, most of them, is not taking care of no other kids. If your kids is out the house, you have a better chance. But if you have children in the house, 9 out of 10, they're probably not going to want to be a stepdad, because they don't want to deal with the fact that I'm doing all these things for you, building you up, and this kid gonna come one day and tell me, you ain't my daddy, you can't tell me what to do, or not appreciative. A high value man ain't gonna do it. Now I'm trying to help you sisters. I love you to death. He started putting you down and not telling you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm gonna tell you how to beat that. You don't have to look for a high value man in that aspect. Instead of looking for a high value man like he's describing, won't you, I mean, this may sound crazy, but go to the obituary. Look for some high value man who lost his wife. You have a better chance because he knows what it takes to be married. He knows what he wants already. And he don't mind kids or a woman, that's been remarried or whatever, because he's been married and he's been through that. So you're looking for the wrong thing. They don't want no headaches. No headaches. Now, I got about 60 people today, between the day and yesterday, that asked me to talk about this for whatever this guy said. I guess he got under their skin. So I'm talking about it for that reasons. 60 people. They don't want no headaches. They want you like the woman from Coming to America when he said, bark like a dog, and she was woof, woof, woof. That's a high value man. So all this, I'm looking for a high value man. I'm looking for somebody that's going to do this and do that, and he going to pay the bill and drop the bag. It ain't going to happen that way. I'm telling you, sisters. Listen to your boy. I'm trying to help you. It ain't going to happen that way. He wants somebody that's obedient. He wants somebody that's honest. Yes, I did say obedient. Not to say you a dog and you got to just follow the rules and that. No, obedient mean you're not disobedient. You're not, if he say, we going to do this, you're not arguing him down about why you want to do this. Take his word on it, because as a man, as a real man, not one of these fake men, like I said, just because they considered high value don't mean they take care of their families. But as a real man, he want to be, He wants you to know that he's looking out for the best interest of the family. Everything that he's going to do going to be for the best interest of the family. So you got to be obedient enough to humble yourself to understand that this man is trying to fix the family. His decision may not be your decision. You may not like his decision, but the decision that he's making is for the family. He wants somebody that's not a gossiper. You can't go around gossiping, calling your friends, girl, want to be like the housewives of Atlanta and all this other dumb stuff, basketball star wife. That is not realistic. A high-value man ain't looking for that. That's TV. That's TV. I'm telling you, that's TV. He wants somebody that's private. Just because we got something don't mean we got to show everybody. We go out and buy us a brand new. I mean, I got Escalades and all kind of stuff. Don't mean I want to show everybody. I don't want. Everybody's not looking out for your well-being. Some people is praying against you. They're hating you. They'll hate you just because you're doing good. You know, they hate you. I mean, they hate you if you're broke. Look at that old broke nigga. Man, I can't stand them old broke people. I always want to beg me for something. And then if you're rich, oh, he think he better than us. So no matter where you at, they gonna hate you. So he wants somebody that's reserved, that's private, not a flirter, not going around flirting. He's gonna have other men that's gonna be around him that's high-value men. Some of them gonna have less money, some of them gonna have more money. Bottom line is, you stay in your lane. That's your man. When two men are conversating, you don't come around unless he call you. You know, you reserve. Same, vice versa. You talking with your friends. I don't need to come around and talk to your friends and be in their face unless you call me and say, baby, this yada, yada, yada. And I'm going to answer the question and I'm going to get ghost. I don't need to sit around there and talk with your friends and play bat knives and all that other stuff. Vice versa, with you yourself. Say what you got to say, speak your piece and get on. You reserve. You're not too opinionated. You know, you don't have to be opinionated about everything. That's why a lot of you don't have a man now. You always got to speak, well, I'm going to tell them my mind. Well, I'm an independent woman. Okay, well, you're going to let Beyonce and the rest of the crew of girls keep you single the rest of your life. Because a high-value man ain't worried about an independent woman. He looking for a woman. A real woman that's going to be wife-like material, not an independent woman. A wife is not looking to be independent because she was never meant to be independent because God designed her to be taken care of by a man. Since the beginning of time, he says she should what? Bear children in pain, and the man should work by the sweat of his brow. So if he's a high-value man making this kind of money, I'm talking to you from a seven-figure brother. So I'm not giving you just anything. If he's going to make this kind of money, then he's going to want you to be not too opinionated. Just, speak your piece, speak your opinion. Now, mean you don't have a voice, but don't be being all silly with it. You're trying to convince everybody that you right and he wrong and all that. Everybody don't have to be right and wrong. If he's wrong, then he need to, say the same thing. Baby, I'm sorry. I was wrong the other day. But you talking about a high-value man. A lot of time he won't even admit he wrong. So I keep sharing this with your sisters because you holler about I want a high-value man, but you don't know the cost that you asking for. You asking for a limousine ride, a Bentley limousine ride, when you built yourself and you're established yourself for a Mercedes-Benz. You still got a good man, a good chance, but you're not built for a Rolls-Royce limousine. So because you're not going to do that. You're going to want to pop off at the lip. You're going to want to run off at the mouth. You're going to want to be sassy or whatever it is, and he's going to leave you. He's going to find somebody else that's going to do what he needs to do. This is a high-value man. Not around a bunch of women. You got to go out and hang with the girls all the time and talk about what you got and show off. He wants you to be with him, and y'all do y'all thing separately. He go where he go, you go where you go, but keep your business at home. Like you hang out, but nobody need to really know what's going on. Like Batman and Robin, you keep yourself in a cave. Just because we made $1 million don't mean we have to tell nobody. Your friends may ambush you. They may set you up for us to get robbed or murdered. It happens every day. Not a bunch of problems. You don't go talk to a man. I done had this problem. I done went on dates. And the first thing they hollering is about their bills or their life or what's going on. Let me tell you something. You don't have to tell him anything. If, I'll say 80% of the time, if he's a true high-value man, he sees it already. He's running companies, multiple companies. He's doing multiple things. Trust me, he's not a dummy. He sees your life. He sees your life before you even tell him. He sees if you pulling up there, you got your coach purses and all these things, and you standing in an apartment. He know you ain't got your priorities together because you spending your money in the wrong place. You don't own no property, no real estate, no nothing, and you behind on bills. So if he wanted to snap his fingers, he can change your life at the snap of a finger. Give him time. Let him fall in love with you first before you start telling him about all your problems. If you got problems, that's fine. But leave them to yourself. Some things are better unsaid than said. That's scripture. Leave them to yourself. Because he don't want to come into your life and come into problems. He may not know about your problems until 6 months later. And just because he asks you, a lot of men, well, baby, you got something you need me to do? You behind on bills? Just because he asks you don't mean you have to tell him. Keep your business until the right time. Because just because he asks you don't mean he love you. He just asking you to get your draws. So, I'm teaching you all this about high value men. Listen and learn. He wants you to listen and learn. Listen to what he's saying and learn. He don't want to come back a month from now and things that he has told you, or you have been around him making business transactions and deals and all that, and you didn't pick up nothing. I had a secretary who used to work for me for years. And when it was time for her to open her own business, she learned absolutely nothing. Business went down the drain, to tubes, the whole 9 yards, and then get mad at me because I won't help her. You've been around me every single day for years, conducting deals, making all this money, the whole 9 yards, and you learned absolutely nothing. I had an ex-girlfriend the same way. Just because you're around a high value men, some of you women that are working for lawyers and doctors and all that, doesn't make you high value. It doesn't mean that you can do what he do. It doesn't mean that you can operate like he operate. A lot of this stuff took years to come about. A lot of this stuff took years to make connections. And it goes on and on. You have to be helpful. If you're paying attention and if you're learning, then you're going to be helpful. When he do call you and say, baby, I'm doing an acquisition, I need you to go handle this for me, or I need you to go take care of this. We just had one of my properties, investment properties, somebody broke into it. Then you are helpful. You know where to go get somebody who can replace the window sill or the window pane or the AC went out. You know how to be resourceful and help him do things so that way he don't have to do everything himself. You're a second leader. You're not leading him because he's a real man. He's going to lead himself. He don't want to follow. He's not a follower. So you're a second leader. Nothing wrong with being a second leader. It doesn't wrong with being the vice president of a company. Some people are vice presidents of company, Hewlett Packard, IBM, Google, and make $50 million a year. Oh, I don't want to be vice president. I want to be a president. Well, use the fool. You can be the second leader, second in command in your household, second in command in your marriage, second in command in your life, and live the best life ever where other people still envy you. So I'm glad I had this chance. I don't want to spend too much time, but I wanted to share my version on high value men because he speaks a lot about what we don't want. No, I want a thick gumbo fed woman with them big thick thighs. She can have some children, just not no little kids, and if she does have a little kid, the kid need to be small enough and young enough to where I become the daddy. We're not gonna play the game. If his dad is in his life, a high value man don't want to deal with it. So you out of there. Tell you, if his dad is in his life, you don't have a chance with a high value man. But if it's a small child, where the child can grow up calling him dad and be a dad, he can be a father to that child, you have a chance. Kevin Samuels tell you don't have a chance at all. I'm telling you, you do. So this is coming from one high value man, and I'm gonna have a panel in a couple of weeks. I got to get us all together. Well, I'm gonna have a panel of high value men. I'm talking about 7-figure, 8-figure men at my round table, sitting down talking about the kind of women that you need to be. Some things you may not like, some things you will like, but I'm trying to help you grow. And not only that, I'm helping you grow in business. It's not for everybody to be married. You don't have to have a high value man. Make yourself high value. That's life. It ain't for everybody to be married. It ain't for everybody to have a family. It is nothing wrong with being single and having a successful life. It's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you call it a bachelor, I just call it blessed. But bottom line is, if you can't find a high value man or if they're not in your agenda, make yourself high value. Until then, ask Terry Henry. Click subscribe and share my YouTube page. I'm trying to help you. You be blessed.